The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Please hang up and try again.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Internet and all the ships at sea. This is Stream of Unconsciousness Radio. It is Monday, March 10th, 2014, live from the Bristol studio in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I am Todd Quartermeyer. This is Kyle Brader sitting across from me.
Hi.
How does this evening find you, sir?
Finds me pretty well.
Fantastic. Going to be bringing you 90 minutes of, what are we calling this? Entertainment news?
This informative entertainment
Infotainment?
stuff. Yeah. Infotainment sounds good.
Going to be catching you up on upcoming music, movie, television news. I'm also going to feature some discussion. Going to get into some picks maybe for some streaming programming that you can find.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a different format for us if you've listened to the show in the past. Going to be focusing a little bit more on news you can use. I don't know if that's a copyrighted phrase, but
If it is, we took it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's partly ours now.
If I just took your phrase, you can email me. SOUCradio@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at SOUCradio. You can find Kyle at Kai Brage, Kybrage, and you can find me at Word of Todd. We also have a blog, Stream of Unconsciousness blog.wordpress.com. You can check out Jeff Kissel's soon-to-be-famous Random Media Monday, posted today.
RMM.
Mm-hmm.
If
For
that's
sure.
what he wants it to be.
Hashtag RMM. We have a Tumblr site we don't check.
We do.
Yeah.
And our shows get posted to YouTube somewhere.
Yep. They're on YouTube.
I have no idea where. But
Facebook. You can find us on Facebook as well. Just saw our tweet. Hashtag classifieds. Hashtag believers.
We're not really.
Mhm.
It's just, it helps. People are like, oh,
We need all the help we can get.
something's live.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that.
Some 12-year-old girl's going to find this.
I hope she does. She's going to enjoy it.
I'm going to start off with what we're drinking tonight. And Mr. Brager provided, so I'll let him take the wheel on that.
I did. We're drinking a brew that I had wanted to try for a while. It's by 3rd Street Brew House, which is located in Cold Spring, Minnesota. All you football fans, that's where Eric Decker is from.
Mm-hmm. Ricari High School.
It's the man right there. It's called Sugar Shack, which is a maple stout, and tastes pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. As our show title alludes to, I compared it to brown sugar cinnamon oatmeal, since it's a stout and all, and it's maple, so
It's pretty good.
mm-hmm. I'd recommend giving it a shot. We're getting into spring now, though. It's getting a little bit out of season.
I debated. They still had, at the liquor store I went to, they still had winter samplers for Summit. They didn't have any spring out yet.
Well, it's kind of like how you can usually get summer shandy like into October.
Right.
You know.
Or you could get Limerita now.
Yeah, or you could get that.
Wow!
Those favorites.
It is. Get just hammed on those. If you know what I mean.
If you get my meaning. Look out for that are coming up this week is in terms of music, movies, television, maybe video games.
Maybe. We can get there.
So kind of going to go over things that are coming out, recently came out, things you can get.
It'll mostly be tomorrow, which is why we think we have a pretty good spot doing it on Monday nights. That's when we already did our show. Most things will come out tomorrow.
So you'll get a preview of some things that are coming out tomorrow, at least in terms of music and DVDs. And you'll get, movies come out Friday, typically. Typically movies come out Fridays. Sometimes Wednesday. But so it kind of is going to give you an overview of what's coming up for the week, maybe what came out last week and is doing well. Also going to get into, hopefully, because the word stream is in our name, going to be getting into, watching some things that you yourself can watch at home and then, discussing, episode by episode per week. Kind of going to play that by ear, kind of going to let you, the listener, decide exactly what you want to hear on this program. So if you do have ideas, anything that's streaming on Netflix that you'd like to hear us discuss, or something that you've wanted to watch, haven't gotten to it yet, something that you can recommend, do interact with us at any of the aforementioned channels. Probably the easiest way to get in touch with all of our avenues is just to find us on Spreaker, because I think they're all linked on there. Is that accurate?
Yep. If you go to Spreaker, there's a link at the bottom of our profile page that'll say, it'll have our Twitter link and Facebook and email. So the easiest one is to do that. So
yep. So that'll get you started for sure. I think as far as starting tonight, maybe start with the box office.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. We'll go over the box office from this past weekend. In 10th place, $2 million, about $130 million gross. That's a ride-along. Coming in 9th place, 21st week, $2.1 million is 12 Years a Slave.
Still kicking it even after
Certainly,
even a week after the Oscars. It's still out, I guess.
Certainly got an Oscar bounce, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Number 8, 16 weeks, coming in $3 million is Frozen. Again, Oscar bounce there. Number 7, third week, $3 million, 3 Days to Kill. Number 6, 5 weeks, $3.1 million, The Monuments Men. Heard that's not very good.
No, it can't be.
Those big cast things are, usually a gamble.
When it was delayed and everything like that. So.
Number 5, second week, $10.4 million, Son of God, still going strong.
Woo.
Number 4, fifth week, $10.9 million, The Lego Movie. And third, the second week, $15.8 million as Non-Stop. Then opening at number 2 with $32.2 million is Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Which is pretty good, since apparently that's still a thing.
Yeah, nothing more relevant to children these days than a cartoon from 1964.
Stephen Colbert is a voice in it, I guess.
Oh, is that right?
But not Mr. Peabody or Sherman.
Hmm.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then the top spot opening week, 45 million, pretty good opening for March. 300, Rise of an Empire. One film that you didn't hear on this list was Grand Budapest Hotel.
It's only a limited
which
release
opened in limited release. But did pretty well, though, in limited release for such a tiny picture.
It'll ramp up, I'm sure. It'll be towards the top next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me too.
Coming out next week, the Veronica Mars movie. I don't know if... Did you watch the show?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I don't think it's on Netflix either.
Probably not.
Maybe it'll be in the works, too.
Yeah. This movie was funded via Kickstarter. Kind of a cool story. Fans raised like $10 million for it in like 2 hours or something ridiculous.
It's directed by Rob Thomas.
Not that Rob Thomas.
Nope.
The screenwriter who created the television series Veronica Mars.
He also has credits in Party Down.
Mm-hmm. And Kristen Bell was also on Party Down for 2 episodes. Go see that. Speaking of...
I don't think it's on anymore.
It's not on there anymore?
I don't think so.
Well, go find Party Down and watch it. Wherever you can find it. For Speed.
That's sad.
Starring Aaron Paul. So his post-Breaking Bad career is off to a great start.
Yeah, I'm just throwing in there. I didn't really play many of those video games.
Really?
I think I played one of them when it got into be like street car racing, like Fast and the Furious.
I don't remember exactly which ones I played, but I know I was a big fan of the series. Need for Speed Carbon, I think, was the most recent one I have.
I think that was out in like 2005.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those were good games. I think I had one on PC.
Probably.
I'm looking this up now. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. I had that. That was good.
Porsche.
Any of these for N64?
Carbon was 2006.
Yeah. I think I bought it on a clearance at Target. That's usually how I buy most of my games.
Most likely.
Mm-hmm. Like I bought Red Dead Redemption like 3 months ago.
How's that going for you?
It's a great game.
How often have you played it?
I haven't played it in a while. I played it like every night for like 2 weeks after I got it, and I've trailed off. I go in cycles with my video games.
I see.
Those are the most prominent movies coming out next weekend. I don't know that Veronica Mars is getting a wide release, to be honest. I know it's getting its world premiere at South by Southwest this week.
No, I think it's going to be pretty big.
Yeah. But I don't know anybody who actually watched the show. Like, I know it was really popular among like some people. I just never watched it, and I don't know anybody who did.
One, Aaron's like second cousin's wife or something was really obsessed with it and got like tried to get early sneak preview passes and everything. So I think some people that were into it were really into it, but wasn't it on like the CW?
I think so.
Or the WB? It was probably WB then.
One of those networks nobody watches.
Right.
Also coming out is Bad Words with Jason Bateman. His directorial debut, I believe. A spelling bee loser sets out to exact revenge by finding a loophole and attempting to win as an adult.
I've never even heard of this until now. It's got a 9 on IMDb, or an 8.
8, yeah. I know about it because
sad. Yep.
by that I mean Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
It sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, a man seeks out his exact lookalike after spotting him in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Isabella Rossellini, isn't it?
Oh, yeah? Jack Donaghy's ex-wife?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounded kind of Lynchian to me, but it probably won't be.
Yeah. I don't know who this director guy is.
Who is it?
Denis Villeneuve.
Hmm.
Oh, he directed Prisoners.
Oh.
Also with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right. Guess that's his muse.
Yeah. He hasn't done anything since, so it's just, they're just hanging out, filming stuff.
Well, some options there, if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, I'm into it.
Need for Speed isn't going to... Actually, it probably will do well. But it's not going to be very good.
I saw previews. I can't really tell if it's good or not. They don't ever, like, show Aaron Paul acting. They just show him driving the car.
Maybe that's all he does.
I guess. But, like...
I just want the check. I don't want to work at this.
I could drive way faster than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll see it or not.
Here's your movie wrap.
Wrapped up.
That's what came out last week and what you can expect next week. Pretty strong opening for that 300 sequel, for the original having come out in, what, 06?
Yeah. I never saw it.
Really? It's pretty good. If you're into, like, computer-made movies.
Oh. I could be. I very well could be.
Turning our attention to television. I know you didn't see Cosmos, but...
Osmosis Jones?
No, I don't think that they're related.
Oh. It's unfortunate.
Of course, a reboot of the original Carl Sagan Cosmos series, hosted by the famous astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Really kind of, I mean, you can't dislike it really if it's, if you like science stuff. I mean, this is so well done and so engrossing and fascinating. It's
like along the line with the Planet Earth and stuff that came out a while ago, right?
Yeah, it's a lot like that, but like for, space and...
The Final Frontier?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, he might mention that.
He probably did, and you just didn't hone in on it because you don't care.
Probably. But it was really good. But it has a lot of freaky stuff in it. Like, they compare, like, the size of our universe to things and whatever.
Yeah, I don't like when people do that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel so insignificant.
We're a fingernail.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like, I won't give too much of it away, but one of the things towards the end of the episode is he compares, like, the entire history of the universe to, like, a calendar year. And, like, recorded human history only takes up the last 14 seconds of that year. It's like if you picture the universe starting at midnight, January 1st, recorded human history only starts for December 31st, 11:59 and 46 seconds.
Great.
So that makes you feel useless.
Yeah.
And insignificant.
I do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
But it's really, really fascinating and really well done. Surprisingly so for a show on Fox, but definitely recommend it.
Who knew?
Mm-hmm. I think it's been pretty well received. I think it's airing in, like, a lot of different countries, too, so it's kind of like a global event.
Yeah. Because it's about the world. It's not just about the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
US of A.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I'm from.
Swagger there.
Jack Swagger.
Jack Reacher.
Jack Osborne.
I don't know where to go. They just do that, like with Greta, and yeah. I was like, oh, that's a game Colin and I play. She's like, that's a game? I'm like, well, not really in the classic sense.
His name stuff.
There's really no winners.
You just name stuff until you can't.
One thing that premiered last night was Resurrection on ABC.
I'm coming home.
Yeah.
Is that copyrighted? I probably can't do that.
Well, we don't know. We still don't know about the cover thing. We don't know if that's allowed or not.
Anyone knows if covers are okay.
Yeah.
Or what the rules and regulations of are using covers for our show.
Yeah.
Email us or get a hold of us and let us know. We've been wondering for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So neither of us saw Resurrection. I want to watch it. I'll probably watch it this week.
I don't because of that song. He's done now.
I was going to have our first non-human guest on the show. Kyle's giving him the Nazi salute. So yeah, I plan to watch it. Kyle won't.
No.
Apparently.
Because of the song.
Yeah. It's got Red from that 70s show, though.
I'm going to have it confused with Revolution.
Yeah.
The names are way too similar.
Well, I think Resurrection, if I'm not mistaken, feel free to correct me out there if I am. I think it's a remake of like a French series.
What was that called? Resolution?
Yeah, something in French. I don't know
why I just did kind of a Cajun accent on that.
Well, that's French.
It's like Adam Sandler's a Cajun guy. What was it? Cajun Joe or something? Onion.
Onion.
Resolution.
I don't think anything else premiered last night. Of course, we had Walking Dead.
It's getting close to the end.
3 episodes left. Yep.
We're a spoiler-free show.
Yep.
So we won't tell you what happened. But
we won't discuss it.
But if you're lacking and you're behind a couple weeks, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Last week was probably one of the better ones since they've come back.
Yeah. I like the I got caught up, by the way. I like the Daryl and Beth episode. I thought it was, some people thought it was boring, but
yeah,
I kind of like this season because it's like so like kind of quiet and dark.
So then they know they can just screw with you, and stuff happens.
But yeah, last night's was really good. And I don't know if you haven't read any of the books, right, or the graphic novels.
No, I haven't.
I don't know like how long, like where they're at in the ultimate story. You know,
I think they got a while
really
left.
I don't know how many books came out or anything like that.
There's quite a few.
I don't think maybe once the series is over, I might want to read them, but
watch this!
I won't have it spoiled. Yeah, watch that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have it spoiled either. That happened to me with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They came on the air and I was reading the books because I didn't have HBO. And I finished the first book, and then it's not so much like nitpicking things, but I watched the first season. I actually bought it or got it for my birthday or something.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched it, I just didn't really care because I had already read it and seen it in my head.
Mm.
So I was just like, this is pointless because I know what's going to happen already.
Raising Hope has been canceled.
No.
4 seasons on Fox.
I think Dan Mills was the only one I knew that watched that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He talked about it sometimes.
I've never seen it.
Nope.
I guess it had a following.
I watch it.
You watch it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Every week.
Okay.
I binged it on Netflix 2 weeks before it came back on the air for the second season.
Mm.
It's on right now, so I watch it tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's good. Kevin Bacon.
Cosmos did not fare so well ratings-wise.
It's probably because it was on at the same time as Walking Dead.
Well, in Resurrection, that won the night. 13.3 million tuned in for that. Just 5.8 for Cosmos.
Resurrection kind of makes me mad because it's kind of like Alcatraz.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
They come back.
very generally.
Yeah, they come back. And
Mhm.
anyone that doesn't know, Alcatraz was a one-season show on Fox that didn't get renewed. That
Mhm.
had Hurley from Lost on it.
Mm-hmm. That's been pretty much it for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, he hasn't done anything since then.
Mm.
I liked that show.
I did too. So did a friend of the show, Tyler Mason. We were all big fans of that. But
Time A?
what? Time A?
Call him Time A.
That's great. That's going to be a thing now.
He's probably not listening, so it's fine.
But Resurrection did very well. Opened as TV's top-rated mid-season drama in 2 years. You don't always get the best ratings with a mid-season premiere, but Resurrection did quite well. Had a lead-in or a lead-out from Once Upon a Time. That's on a 9, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that helps. Got cat drama here at the Bristol studios.
Doing it on purpose.
True Detective had its season finale last night. I'm only a couple episodes in, so avoided all spoilers.
Good luck. There's a bunch of people on Twitter today that were upset.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned off Twitter last night.
One of them said, when a good show comes along, I got to remember to quit following TV critics.
Yeah.
Because they just ruin it the next day.
Dan Barrero liked it.
Sweet.
He said he didn't understand the critic backlash.
Yeah, that was the thing they were going to talk about on the show. And I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
don't want to listen to that then.
Well, he said that we won't, we'll just discuss it very generally.
Still, I don't trust that.
Right.
Each people are different.
Oh, shoot, I just had 3.5 million viewers for the series finale.
There you say 3.5 men. It's the next one. It's the sequel.
Louis C.K. will be hosting Saturday Night Live on March 29th.
Woo!
So that'll be good.
Louis.
That's definitely must-see TV.
Yeah, I didn't watch last week.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of this season.
Oh, it was Lena Dunham. So.
Oh, that's right. I remember being really annoyed because it was Lena Dunham in The National.
Yep.
I love The National and hate Lena Dunham.
Part of this is good.
Mm-hmm. I'll watch 10 minutes of it. I don't even want to see her announce The National. I don't want to see her say the words.
I don't even want to see her at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
Ugh. Speaking of television, that show's still on?
Yeah, I think so.
God damn it.
That's one of I like not having HBO is for that.
Yeah.
Because if you watch other HBO shows, I'm sure they show commercials for that.
Mm-hmm. According to IMDb, here are the highest-rated television shows of the last 10 years. This is only shows with at least 10,000 votes, based on the year that the show made its debut. So 2014 was True Detective. 2013 is House of Cards.
Yep.
2012 was The Legend of Korra. Any idea what that is?
I have never heard of that.
Me neither. 2011 was Game of Thrones. 2010 was Sherlock. 2009 was Life. Underrated show. Did you ever see that? It had Damian Lewis from Homeland.
Oh, is that the one where...
You wouldn't like him because he's English and has an American accent.
Probably would hate it then.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one where
Same with Homeland.
the cover of the series, like maybe on DVD, is him like in a swimming pool?
I don't think so. It could be.
I don't know.
You find out. 2008 was Breaking Bad. 2007 was Flight of the Conchords. 2006 was Planet Earth. 2005 was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I thought that was a movie.
Well, I haven't heard of it, period.
I can't show you, but yes, I was correct.
You're correct? Okay.
If you go to IMDb and look up Life, the series, it's a picture of him with his suit slacks rolled up and his legs are in a pool.
Okay. And then 2004 was House.
Never seen it.
Yeah, this goes back to 1951. Some other notables. Twilight Zone, 1959. 1985 was a tie between The Golden Girls and MacGyver.
Was Life only 2 seasons?
That sounds right. Yeah, it was very short.
It's on Netflix.
I'd check it out. I'm a big Damian Lewis fan.
I might.
There you go. Maybe that'll be our thing. Maybe that'll be our show.
We could do that, maybe.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I watched it. I don't remember a lot about it.
We can talk about that later.
All right. Any other thoughts on television? Anything you've seen lately that you wanted to discuss?
Actually on TV or on Netflix?
Well,
should we save that for
I think we'll get to Netflix later, yeah.
Just been watching The Following.
Mm-hmm.
I got caught up on Comic Book Man.
Oh, yeah.
From last night. It's usually on way too late, so I'm in bed by the time it's on. It's on at, what is it, 11? Is it 11 our time?
I guess 11.
11:30.
No, it's 11. Game
11,
of Arms is on after.
Because they have Walking Dead, Talking Dead, then Walking Dead again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 hours, starting at 8, and then Comic Book Man is on. For those of you who don't know, Comic Book Man is a show about the guys who run the Secret Stash, which is the real version of the comic book store that's featured in Kevin Smith's movies. It's him and a bunch of other guys that do podcasts with Kevin Smith, and they're all comic book nerds. Like the guys from Tell 'em Steve Dave are on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys was Kevin Smith's friend and has played minor roles in pretty much every one of the movies. So that's Comic Book Men. It's kind of like half Pawn Stars, half them sitting around doing a podcast. But last night's was pretty interesting. A guy who came in, his uncle was a big inker for DC and Marvel back in like the 60s through the late 80s or something like that. And he passed away, so they had a bunch of like redone artwork from his career. Like he had gone back, like they weren't the originals, but he had gone back and like redrew the same thing again, and there wasn't any color onto it. So they just had like tons of it. So they held an auction and sold a bunch of it because none of them knew what it was worth, and the guy that was selling it didn't really care. They just wanted to get some money for his widow. And so they did the auction, and he let the guys from the store keep a percentage, and they donated it to the Hurricane Sandy Relief Fund.
Oh.
But I feel like comic books. He used to draw like.
And if you're familiar with Kevin Smith and
yeah, he was the guy that they talked about last night. Was the inker for like 60s Spider-Man. So he had a bunch of Spider-Man drawings and some DC stuff with Wonder Woman and the Flash and stuff like that. So it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times. It's never been like appointment TV for me, but I like it.
I usually catch up every week. Just because I missed it. I also got caught up on Workaholics. It's been pretty funny lately.
Yeah. I was watching it, and then they took it off Netflix, so I haven't seen...
They don't really go in chronological order at all.
Yeah, but, I mean, they took it off.
Right, but I mean, it's on demand.
Oh.
For Comedy Central, there's a current season going on right now. That's what I was watching.
Okay.
The one I watched today was from this past Wednesday. They became clowns that did kids' birthday parties. So you can imagine how that went.
Yeah. Funny. That's a funny show. There's some really funny guys behind it. got a bit of an issue, and I know we were going to kind of stay a little away from sports today, but Rich Peverly of the Stars, collapsed on the bench. So there's the game's delayed. No one really knows exactly what's going on. I wouldn't jump to conclusions. But I'm
not a fear monger or anything.
So that situation going on at whatever they call Reunion Arena now. It's not Reunion Arena. Told by Michael Russo, or retweeted by him, or no, John Buccigross, that he has an existing heart condition. So
it's unfortunate.
Not a good situation there. But anyway.
At least they're aware of it.
Just thought we should update that. So the game is listed as delayed on ESPN. So I'm not sure when that will resume. Anyway, sorry everybody.
On that note, should we take a break?
That's a good spot for break, yeah. You want to introduce who we'll be hearing?
Yeah, we are featuring Jake Nelson. He's a 24-year-old singer-songwriter from White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Go Bears.
He's a self-taught musician with influences coming from many different musical genres. Jake is currently honing his skills and finding his sound in the music world. This May, he plans on releasing a 6-track home-recorded EP entitled Midnight Kiss. To hear more music from Jake, visit his website. It's reverbnation.com/Jake Nelson Music, or if you search on YouTube for Jake Nelson Music as one word, you'll be able to find a lot of his videos on there. And you can follow him on Twitter at AcousticJake. So the song that we're going to play right now for our break is called What Do You Want? And here's Jake Nelson.
What do you want from me when everything you thought's not gonna be what you wanted it to be? How do you gain control of a situation where you wanna fall? Let it all drift away. I'm tired of missing out on the things I could have changed without a doubt, but barely looked away. I'm a little confused right now from the looks of things I'm finding myself down. Hear me out. The games that you're playing, I've already played them. Finished the last and carried on. I already told you I couldn't continue. Reckless road of love and hate. What do you want from me this time? This is all I have to give. What do you want from me this time? This is all I have to give. Yeah. What more do you want from me when it's just too late to try to fix something you've broken over and over again? You know you got a lot of nerve to go and run your mouth telling them what you heard, when you really know the truth. I'm tired of your foolish games. You're a waste of space, psychological disgrace. With a pretty face, games that you're playing, I've already played them. Finished the last and carried on. I've already told you I couldn't continue. A reckless road of love and hate. What do you want from me this time? This is all I have to give. What do you want from me this time? This is all I have to give. What do you want? Yeah. What do you want? What do you want from me this time? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me this time?
Welcome back to the stream, everybody. That was Jake Nelson.
Minnesota. I don't think I was on for that, so that's Jake Nelson from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Wanted to let everyone know if you're in the Twin Cities area, he has a live show at the Green Mill in Shoreview on March 22nd, and he has a show on the 29th of March at Jimmy's Food and Drink in Vadnais Heights.
So go check him out. Go see some live music. And we're happy to feature his music on Stream of Unconsciousness Radio tonight.
Yeah, always support local music or local anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
We're drinking local beer.
Yep.
I mostly drunk local beer for
Mhm.
the last, since last summer at least.
Mm-hmm.
Except I do New Belgium some, but
Well, and it's easy when you live in a city that has the great craft beer scene that ours does. So.
which yes and no. There's like certain areas, certain liquor stores that still don't. It
Mhm.
must cost more to do that or something like that.
I don't really know how that whole aspect of the business works.
Usually at normal liquor stores, like the one where I bought this stuff at, it was just like a thing.
Yeah.
Like there's just like one door in the cooler, and it was just like Summit and whatever else they had.
Well, like, Summit EPA has been around since 1986, so 28 years, and like just in the past few years, it's gotten to the point where it's pretty much everywhere. You know, you
Yeah.
can get it on tap pretty much any place you go to now. So
It's been
you know,
around
it
about
takes
as
a
long
while.
as we have.
Almost exactly.
Woo!
It's radio. Just a reminder.
I know.
Kyle's pointing at his cat.
There's a cat.
There's no video involved in this.
Could be.
Yeah.
You don't want that though.
No. We tried that once. Didn't work out exactly.
So, getting back with our new format, we can talk about new music being released.
Yeah, give me a
Quick
second.
tick.
Anything that you've listened to lately besides Jake Nelson?
Nothing really that new, I guess. It's mostly in February. It got the new Dierks Bentley record yesterday.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I know you don't like country, but
Yeah. I can't speak intelligently on it whatsoever, so.
I listen to music pretty emotionally and moody.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I want it to be summer, and that's what most country artists sing about, or at least include in their songs, or at least that's what I associate it with, is nice weather. So
Yeah.
I start to listen to that now. Eric Church, another country guy that I like, had a record come out last month, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Listening to that too.
What's like the kind of the trend in country nowadays? Like, what's the kind of the sound?
It's kind of going more like pop country.
Okay.
I guess. Like, there's a group, Florida Georgia Line.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting really big. They have a song called Cruise. It's mostly stuff that gets played on not just country stations.
Okay.
It can have some crossover where they did a remix of their song Cruise with Nelly, so that was played on like KDWB.
Is there anybody making like old school country like Conway Twitty anymore?
Not really.
George Jones, that doesn't happen anymore.
Not really.
You'd think that are there country hipsters? Does that exist?
Ooh, I don't really know.
They show up wearing like the big like the polyester suits. Like,
No. I don't think there's any of that going on. Most of those guys aren't alive anymore.
I should start that.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Fuel had a record come out last week.
Fuel, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anything as good as In My Hands?
I would doubt it, since I haven't heard of them since. Leah Michelle had a record come out.
Is that girl from Glee?
Yep. Drive-By Truckers. Kind of alternative country.
Yeah, they feature them on The Current quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to it yet.
And Ashanti, who's still around apparently.
Woo!
Yeah.
With Ja Rule.
Let's see. The record's called Braveheart, which is fitting because she was last relevant in '97.
Oof. Bonaparte.
It didn't make any sense, but no, I don't think that Ja Rule is. She has one with Rick Ross and one with Beanie
Ja
Man.
Ja Rule might be in prison right now.
Is he?
I think he might be.
Oh, Ja.
What'd you do that for? What'd Ja do that for?
Ja Rule.
It's Ja Rule jokes, everybody.
He's 38 now. I think he's out now. Yeah, he's out. He was set to be released July 28th, but he was actually released on May 7th for good behavior.
Oh, man. I was going to be torn up about that.
In September, it was confirmed that Ja Rule and Irv Gotti have relaunched Murder Inc. Records.
Woo!
Good. The world has been missing that.
Oh, yeah.
Watch this!
Gonna be murdering fools.
Really save that for like really
That was a funny,
obvious jokes.
that was a good joke. Murdering fools.
Not a whole lot's coming out this week.
There's some.
The only one I recognize is Elbow.
Elbow.
Yeah.
311's got a new record coming out.
Oh yeah, that's on this list, and I just blew by it.
Yep.
Corey Cove's excited.
Yeah, he is. So is my sister. She used to listen to them.
Oh, yeah?
She's 4 years older than me, so that was her thing. All I remember is Amber. It's the color of your
Amber's
energy.
the color of energy. That's right.
Whoa.
Mhm.
That's a good one. Aloe Black has a record coming out. It's the guy that sings the song from the Beats commercials.
He sang the national anthem at the Daytona 500 for some reason.
Yeah, that was a good choice
Mm-hmm.
for people.
Vampire Weekend has announced a tour.
Ooh.
Milwaukee and Chicago. Not here.
They were just here, though.
True.
Their last tour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see them.
But why would you go to Milwaukee?
Why would you go to Milwaukee when you could have seen them at Coachella last
Mhm.
year?
Playing a set in the dust storm.
Like right before the dust storm.
Yeah. Ezra's like, it's a beautiful night. No, it's like
not.
50 degrees. It's
I
freezing.
can't see anything. And I just ate all of this dust.
Mm-hmm.
I kept feeling bad for that security guard kid that
Yeah.
was standing in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So you just had to like stand there the whole time.
I
Kinda
felt
like we did, but
I felt bad for that kids choir that was performing with Nick Cave. Like these poor kids up there just getting pelted.
I'm sure it was probably better on the stage than when we were where we were.
Probably, but
They at least some, depending on where the wind was blowing, they at least had some blockage.
There's
probably.
some shelter, yeah, but
Yeah, otherwise I don't really know anybody else that's releasing music this week. Is Luke Bryan's 6th Spring Break EP. So he's been doing that for 6 years. It's pretty popular. Last year he came out with a compilation. So it was an LP last year. So it was a compilation of the previous 4 years of the EPs, and then he had recorded 2 extra songs for it. But I've been buying them ever since they first came out. So
Atmosphere has a new record coming out in the near future, right? Local hip hop duo Atmosphere.
I think so. They keep like randomly releasing songs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really market as well as they did. I feel like once they did When Life Gives You Lemons, that was like their height.
Yeah.
So now they just release stuff whenever they want, and they don't really tell anyone about it.
Yeah, like kind of whenever they feel like it, they sort of just get together and they ever have like an inspiration.
You never know if it's going to be an EP or an LP. Remember they did those Sad Clown EPs?
Yep.
And there was 4 of those, one for each season.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they came out with an LP. What was it? Hang on.
Those were before.
They
When
came
Life
out
Gives You
with
Lemons.
Oh, so then they came out with When Life Gives You Lemons. Then I don't remember if anything was released in between that, but then
They did Leak at Will, which is the free EP.
Right. And then it took a long time to get to All My Friends.
Yeah.
Blood Makes the Blade Holy. But I think that was marketed as an EP. I don't think that was, even though it had 12 tracks on it, I think it was still an EP.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because then they came out with The Family Sign.
Mm-hmm. May 6th, Southsiders is the record.
Solid. He's been, I don't know if you follow Sludge on Instagram or Twitter.
Sludge or Slug?
Slug. Slug.
I don't, but I will now.
On Instagram, he's been like traveling all over with his kid and his wife, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But so he just takes random pictures, and he's been hashtagging Southsiders. I assumed that all of the pictures were of like the south side of Minneapolis, where he's from. But it must just be good subliminal advertising for his album that's coming out.
He only has 6,000 followers.
It's still pretty low key, I guess. They keep doing the Minnesota tour.
I think this is
every
the
year.
wrong one. Yep.
I feel
It's
like
the wrong one.
I feel like they would. I think it's just the Atmosphere account.
Okay. Well, 'cause his name's Sean, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because there's a guy who's at Slug, and his name is Sean Irvine. So I assume that was him.
I don't think that's him.
No, it's not. It's Zimbabwe born.
Oh, that's definitely not him.
Yeah. So.
Zimbabwe born.
I think he's like a cricket player or something. Yeah, there we go.
Slug is Sean Daly.
That's it. Bearfang O'Sullivan writes these tweets according to the Atmosphere account.
I don't know who that is, but
Followed by Macklemore, so.
I wish it was me.
That's you now.
Bearfang.
Frank Ocean was sued by Chipotle after he backed out of a $425,000 deal to sing a remake of Pure Imagination for an ad. They sued for his $212,500 advance. Apparently, he's returned the money. On his Tumblr, Ocean shared a scan of the check for that exact amount, adding in the memo, F off.
Oh, he's happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Ocean reportedly backed out because he didn't want Chipotle's logo to appear at the end of the advertisement. Fiona Apple sang the song instead.
I know her.
I remember that video.
Oh, do ya? Johnny O, do ya?
Nobody knows who that is.
No, they don't.
Jay-Z and Kanye are going to perform together at South by Southwest. A special one-night-only performance.
Oh, man. They're probably just going to do Throne.
Were you going to say N-words in Paris?
No. Why would I say that?
Because you paused for a long time.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
It's a good album.
Slowdive is still a band.
Slowdive.
Any other music news?
Not really. There's stuff coming out next week that's better, but
we'll save that.
we will.
U2. Discuss the U2 news.
Yeah. You can take that one if you want.
It was announced that there will be no U2 album or tour this year. 2015 at the earliest. U2's, had Ordinary Love come out, which was not on the Mandela Long Walk to Freedom soundtrack, was nominated for an Oscar, and also Invisible, which premiered during the Super Bowl. So a lot of speculation that the band was in the studio, close to completing an album, but not the case. Well, hang on. Los Angeles Times reporting that U2 is still on track to issue the album this year.
I heard that too. Conflicting reports. Like right after that happened, someone said that it was still going to come out, but probably at like Christmas time.
Billboard reported that the album won't be ready until next year.
But then it was like Europe Billboard said that it was going to come out in Christmas.
A rep for U2 told the Times on Monday that contrary to Billboard's recent article, the band still plans to release an album sometime this year. A source also told The Guardian that reports of delays were unfounded. So, I was not aware of that.
Way to go, Billboard.
Yeah.
Jerks.
So that's exciting.
Coldplay. It's got a new one coming out.
Yeah, when's that supposed to come
I
out?
think in May.
Okay.
So it's coming up soon.
They've disappeared for a while.
Yeah, I don't think their last album was that great.
No.
Milo.
Xyloto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moto? I don't remember what it was
When you
called.
start making records that people can't pronounce,
Yeah.
it gets to be problematic.
Everyone liked that Paradise song, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I like that song.
I didn't really like it that much.
It was kind of like there were no real strong singles, but as an album, it was decent.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to Coldplay that much though. For having all of their albums,
I've been listening to their live 2003 album the last week or so. It's pretty good.
it has Moses on it, which I don't think was ever released in any other form.
I like See You Soon. That was only released on like an EP, I think. Or like a Other Side or something like that.
A B-side?
Yeah.
Not the Red Hot Chili Peppers song, Other Side?
No. Not that.
Well, that does it for music, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So we get into some picks, some Netflix picks.
Sure.
Okay. Anything you got right off the bat?
I just finished Breaking Bad. So without giving any spoilers away. Time. So overall I thought it was pretty good. As the series went on, my opinion of Bryan Cranston went back to the way it was pre-Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you were not a Bryan Cranston fan.
No, I'd have troubles separating actors with their roles. So if there's a role that I dislike that they were in, then... So yeah, I started to not like him as much towards the end of the series. So I need a break.
I see.
I need a Cranston break.
I wasn't aware until very recently that all 8 seasons of Dexter are now on Netflix.
Yep.
I was under the impression that just the first 4 were. So that is my pick. I can't believe that all those seasons are on there.
They're all on there.
Tremendous show.
Pokemon. The original Pokemon
Yeah, that's
series is on there now.
that's something, I guess.
It's nothing to cough at.
You mentioned The Following. That's on Netflix.
Is it still?
Mm-hmm. Kevin Bacon.
Once I watched it, it kind of disappeared. Yeah, it's about Kevin Bacon. Was a former FBI agent that was involved with the serial killer case, and he starts tormenting him again. And there's a whole following of a cult. There's a cult following.
I mentioned how there were several of the Oscar-nominated documentaries that are on there. Blue is the Warmest Color is on there, which I haven't seen, but I want to. It's NC-17, so not for the kids out there.
So I can't watch it.
Nope. Pokemon Indigo League, is that the original series?
Yep, it's the original. There's like 3 other ones too that I have no idea what they are.
Ken Burns' The Civil War, which if you're familiar with Ken Burns, you know he's one of the finest documentarians of all time. I remember watching that, I think, in like 5th grade class. If you want to know about the Civil War, that would be the thing to watch. There's a lot of good stuff on here. Which brings us to, let's pick something. Let's find something to watch on here. We'll discuss it. You can watch it along with us and contribute to the discussion. Can answer questions about it. What did you see?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I must have accidentally clicked on a Netflix thing. Something was starting to play, so I was freaking out.
The NHL, by the way, has postponed the rest of that game.
It's rough.
Yeah, so hopefully all is okay there.
Yeah, we can pick something. You can follow along, and we can do like an episode a week type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and we can talk about it the next following week.
We thinking drama?
Probably.
Okay. What did we say earlier?
Life?
Yeah, we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, watch the first episode of Life this week. We'll watch it as well. And maybe if this is a hit, we'll maybe pick up the pace. Maybe watch a couple episodes a week. Or
Yeah.
you can feel free to go ahead if you want, marathon it. And we'll see what our thoughts are. It'll be a fun little bit. If you have any ideas of something else we should watch or anything like that, certainly feel free to reach out to us. Again, the email is soucradio@gmail.com, on Twitter @soucradio. You can also just find our Spreaker page, and that'll give you links to everything. So, Life it is with Damian Lewis. It's on NBC.
He's the guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who the gal is in it.
Sarah Shahi?
Hmm.
She's the next one on the list of the cast. And that's her only thing on Netflix. So
Donald Logue is in it. That's right.
I don't know who that is.
He was on it was a comedy, short-lived one. I'm not going to find it 'cause it's not on here, but it was a very short-lived Fox series. Grounded for Life.
Oh, is he the red-haired guy?
That's the one.
Ah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
He's been in many other movies. Just very small roles.
Mm-hmm. He was born in Ottawa.
He was in Max Payne.
Movie?
The movie based off the video game with Mark Wahlberg.
And he's on Sons of Anarchy, according to this.
I think that's this past season. So I haven't...
2012 to 2013.
Oh. I think it was like a smaller role.
Mm.
Where I didn't really notice as much. He's also in Blade. Oh, he's been on that Vikings show.
Did you ever see that? Is that any good?
I've never.
Okay.
Like, I tried, like, the first episode. When it first started. It was really boring.
Mm-hmm. Some sad news. Sbarro has filed for bankruptcy.
No.
Mm-hmm.
All of them?
The whole chain. Sbarro Pizza restaurant chain filed for bankruptcy court protection Monday, less than 3 weeks after it was forced to close more than 40% of its U.S. locations.
Damn.
Yeah, the malls are dying.
I think there was still one in EP.
Well, I think so. That one probably does okay. Ones that are in like
across from the movie theater.
Ones that are in like a real like functioning mall, I'm sure are fine. But so many malls are like half dead now.
Right. I loved their breadsticks. What's gonna happen to all the Arby's Sbarros?
I don't know. I don't know.
There's one of those in White Bear Lake.
Bankruptcy doesn't mean a death sentence necessarily, but it's the second bankruptcy filing in 3 years by Sbarro, so not going real well. Spokesman Jonathan Deadmon said that no. Are you dead, Mon? Said that no further restaurant closings are envisioned under the bankruptcy plan. He said Sbarro has already closed its weaker locations and expects to shed 80% of its debt during the bankruptcy. So,
I feel bad for E.
Onward and upward. Yep. Similarly, Radio Shack earlier this month announced plans to close 1,100 stores. So, 2 mall staples. Not going real well.
Update on the Rich Peverly story.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Stars have tweeted out that they treated, and there's a Dr. Gil Salazar quoted in saying that we treated Peverly for a cardiac event successfully.
So it sounds like it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about this disappearing plane thing? You been following this?
Yeah, kind of.
Hear this? See this? Read about this in the newspaper?
It's all it's on an island, right?
It's Lost. Lost has come true.
Lost.
Yep.
J.J. Abrams is behind this missing plane.
It's very elaborate. Not to make light of 270 people dying, but that was my first thought as well, is that Lost has come true, especially with all like the mysterious like stolen passports and not even like just an oil slick is all that was left.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Like,
Nothing.
Yeah. It's not the kind of thing that you hear about in real life.
No. I guess there is a whole section on Wikipedia dedicated to aircrafts that have gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of interesting to waste away your day at, like when I look at serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
Just get trapped.
But and I saw the link to that page earlier. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I would imagine that most of them are like from the 30s.
Yeah, most of them were around like that time, and Amelia Earhart was listed and stuff like that.
Yeah, Greta was like, "Has a plane ever just like disappeared before?" I was like, "Amelia Earhart." Not like a plane with, radar and GPS and all the things that they got, but
yeah, and it's hard to think of. I've heard things like it just like disintegrated in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the thing about the 2 guys with the stolen passports.
Mm-hmm. And like 20 of the people all worked at the same company, like in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really weird.
Stranger than fiction is how I'd characterize this story. And
the movie?
No.
With Will Ferrell?
Underrated movie, actually. Good movie.
I love it.
I don't know if it's underrated, but it's good.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm. We should have a webcam just on you.
Yeah. Just my shocked face
Mm-hmm.
that I use all the time.
Kyle reacts. We could have a Tumblr of all Kyle reaction gifs.
It's just me looking at things on the internet, and then I'm like, oh, God, really?
This exists?
How did I come up with this?
It really makes you realize, though, that the ocean's a big place. Like, that a plane of that size can just disappear.
Yeah, I don't know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Any other news here? No,
Not really.
not a lot of news. Anything that we didn't get to?
DVD releases?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We went over music.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to bookmark this list of aerial disappearances for later.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few... now is when a lot of the Oscar noms are starting to trickle through and get released to buy.
Mm-hmm. Also worth noting, I think you can rent pretty much all the Best Picture nominees on iTunes now.
iTunes and Amazon, I think.
Yeah. $5.99 in HD.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it for some. But coming out this week, there's a couple movies I've never heard of. The Book Thief is coming out. If you really wanted to see that and didn't.
I heard of that. I don't think it was very good.
Homefront, that's one I want to watch, but I don't know if I'd maybe Redbox that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's one about Jason Statham.
Oh, yeah.
And James Franco's in it. Inside Llewyn Davis.
Oh, that comes out, huh?
Comes out this week.
Okay. I have to see that.
A lot of the better Oscar nominations come in the next couple weeks.
One movie coming out we forgot to mention is Tyler Perry's The Single Moms Club.
Yes.
Didn't
The
wanna-
theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to let that slide on by.
I have a confession. I've never seen any one of his movies.
I haven't either.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. It actually doesn't have his name in the title. It's just The Single Moms Club. So, sorry.
A listener sent me a link. Apparently about the.
We have a listener?
Yeah, we do.
Ah.
About the disappearing Malaysia Airlines flight.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Hannity and Fox.
I'm laughing
contributor,
already.
They blame Obama for the missing plane.
Of course. Why isn't he out there on a damn raft looking for it right now?
I have no idea.
What a lazy president that is.
Oh, man. Why did he do that?
Why did he crash that plane? What did he do that for?
He probably did 9/11 too.
Yep. He was just a state senator. Terry Crews also in the Single Moms Club, by the way.
Yes. That guy can do everything.
He does do everything. He's
I know.
in everything.
He's everywhere.
Former San Diego Charger.
Woo.
Mm-hmm. He had his own show on BET, The Family Cruise. It's a reality show
Ooh.
based on his family. Maybe that's on Netflix. Maybe we should watch that.
That's not.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't do that.
No. Forgot about that sounder.
Bringing that one back
Mm-hmm.
slightly. Cartoon Space Boing. my favorite one.
Really? More than watch this?
No, never mind. Watch this. It's the best one.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Anything else we can get to? Any releases? I don't think so. Books? No. You want to talk book releases?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. What's coming out? Like another edition of the Bible? That's the only thing I could think of that would be coming out.
Did they come out with a lot of editions of that?
Probably. Don't they like redo one every year?
I don't know.
They spelled something weird.
They find a new King's version of it.
Yeah.
Maybe list of books is not helpful. Maybe 2014 in literature. There we go. Nope, that doesn't help either. I don't know. That I can't help you with.
No.
On April 14th, The Grapes of Wrath was published 75 years ago.
Whew.
There's one nugget for you that I wanted to share from that. You want to play another a track from a renowned local musician?
Yeah. I'll do that. This one is called On My Way. It's by Jake Nelson from White Bear Lake.
Are we going to play this in the background, or are we going to play this?
I was just going to play it fully.
Okay. Are we going to be done then?
No, we can come back and do a sign-off.
Okay. But stay with us. Listen to this track.
We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking about you. I've been wondering how you do what you do. All I know is my heart straight up belongs to you. I can't explain the way you make me feel, it's so surreal. Give me a moment to tell you how I feel. Give me forever and I'll prove to you it's real. Give me your heart and I promise I won't break it. I will take it and put it right next to mine. I would put it right next to mine. When I'm on my way to you, my heart beats faster and faster. When I'm lying next to you, everything feels right, and not a worry in my life can get in the way. Sometimes I feel I'm in the middle of a dream. You say you feel like a princess in a fairy tale. I'm convinced that you're the only one for me, and you prove to me forever in your eyes. I will never leave your side. When I'm on my way to you, my heart beats faster and faster. When I'm lying next to you, everything feels right, and not a worry in my life can get in the way. And I've been waiting for someone like you. You're what I want. Have you been waiting for someone like me? And I've been waiting for someone
I'm on my way to you. My heart beats faster and faster when I'm lying next to you. Everything feels right, and no worry in my life can get in the way.
That was Jake Nelson, who we're featuring tonight and will be featuring in future weeks. Local musician. Earlier in the show, you can listen back and get some tour dates locally here if you're in the area. I know we have a multinational audience, but in case you're lucky enough to be here where it was 50 degrees today.
We had tons of listeners last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like 50 plus.
Yeah.
Our Oscar draft show.
We don't know where they're from, though.
Right, but I'm just saying the Oscar draft show, if you wanted to go back and listen to that, if you go to our page on Spreaker, it has all of our episodes stored on there as an archive.
Yeah. Check it out. Any final thoughts?
Not really. Not much of a thinker.
More of a speaker?
Yeah.
A spreaker?
Spreak.
Mm-hmm.
More of a spreaker. How about you?
Well, we off next week.
Yeah, we're gonna be off next week.
Be off. It's St. Patrick's Day though, so go and have fun without us.
Have some beer, wear some green.
Yep, you don't need to sit at home and listen to us. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get by a week without us, but you're just gonna have to be strong. We'll be back with you though, for sure. March 24th, we'll be back in the Cityscape studio in St. Louis Park. And we're going to be discussing, we'll have 2 weeks of entertainment news to catch you up on. Also, we'll have discussion on Life. Maybe we'll watch 2 episodes.
Yeah, watch 2 episodes of Life.
Watch 2 episodes of Life. Send us your thoughts. We'll give you our thoughts on the show. If you send us your thoughts, we'll read them on the air. Get a good discussion going. Also, don't forget to check out streamofunconsciousnessblog.wordpress.com. You can check out Jeff Kissel's Media Monday.
Got some good links on there.
Yeah, some good videos. So definitely check that out. We'll hopefully be getting some more content on there. Maybe get some reviews going since we're going to be talking about music and movies coming out.
Yeah.
Might be able to get some reviews up there. That'd be an easy way for y'all to interact and comment with us there as well.
Also, make sure, since we featured Jake Nelson, go to his website, reverbnation.com/Jake Nelson Music. You can find him on Facebook as well, Jake Nelson Music, and you can search that on YouTube and find a bunch of his videos. Or you can follow him on Twitter at acousticjake.com, or at acousticjake. There's no .com on Twitter handles.
Nope.
You can follow us. Todd is at Word of Todd. I'm at Kai Brage. And the show at soucradio.com. Or if you go on our Spreaker page, it has the links to our Facebook and email and Twitter.
Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, complaints, if you think Kyle should go on Ustream again so you can watch his reactions, we can do that for you.
In a couple weeks.
We'll make it happen. We'll do our best. We're dream makers here.
And make dreams.
Yep. So with that, for Mr. Kyle Brager, I have been Todd Kortemeyer. This has been Stream of Unconsciousness Radio. This has been March 10th, 2014. And this has been your weekly stream. We will be back with you March 24th. We thank you so much for listening. You can find our past shows on Spreaker.com, podcast those, and we'll see you on the...
You are listening to Stream of Unconsciousness Radio.
They give you the keys to the car. been dreaming of. The pedal is to the floor. You know, but you still ignore. And the lines are racing by, faster than the flashing lights. You're feeling so alive. This is more than just a drive, a beginning to your escape from the feelings held and bottled hate, bottled hate, bottled hate. So take this drive for all that it is worth. Don't ever look back, you know that it'll hurt. Be dead and be alive, and find your right to fight the fight and live your life. Reminisce back to those days. Your memory was a haze, but now your thoughts are clear as night. Take another look and it all feels right. Still the pedal is to the floor. You're craving more and more. Every sign that passes by means nothing to you on this night. And now it's up to you. Leave the old for something new. Decision is in your hands. So take this drive, or their demands, their demands, their demand. So take this drive for all that it is worth. Don't ever look back, you know that it'll hurt. Be there to be alive, and find your right to fight the fight and live your life. So take this drive for all that it is worth. Don't ever look back, you know that it'll hurt. Be there to be alive, and find your right to fight the fight and live your life. Take this drive for all it is worth. Be dead and be alive, and live your life, live your life, live your life.
You are listening to Stream of Unconsciousness Radio.